We are back to break down another WNBA DFS slate. We got 3 games here on Thursday, all of them late games too, all of them starting at 9 p.m. Central. Welcome guys, my name is DK. As I said, we'll be talking about the WNBA DFS slate in this video. I also make videos for NBA, NFL, esports, all that good stuff. The sponsor of the video, that'd be No House Advantage. If you guys are not on No House Advantage, it's a player prop site where you can play versus the house or you can play pick'em style. If you guys are looking to get on No House Advantage, you can use the code DKDFS for a 100% match up to $100. Link will be down below. But yeah, a lot of fun, a lot of different sports and making a lot of improvements as well. Slightly different payout structures as well as opposed to other sites. So if you guys want to give it a try, again, make sure to use that code. That would be my recommendation, is take advantage of all those codes. Get in as many of these books / DFS sites as possible. And yeah, that's the number one way you can be to take advantage to be profitable is use all those codes, right? And that's what I did when I first got on. Getting on the sports books, all the DFS sites, I took advantage of all those promos. And if you guys are looking for premium content, check my Patreon link down below. We are very close to the Summer League, which will be a 2-week stretch where I'll just lock myself in the apartment, not leave. I cannot wait for that. That starts in, I think they have pre-Summer League I think it's in Sacramento, Utah, I want to say. It starts in the 5th. And then 3rd to the 5th, and then the actual Summer League starts in the 7th. So we are close. We're very, very close. I'll tweet out some stuff, though, when we are a few days away. All right, let's quickly recap last slate. So last slate, another cashing slate for me. Nothing crazy. Would have been a much, much bigger day if it wasn't for Deanna Taurasi floor game. The minutes were there. She just played awful. But yeah, Alyssa Thomas, Carrington played those two once again. Alyssa Thomas shot 5 of 17. I could have had a much better day. Again, I took over points. Our prize picks was very, very tilting. Went 4-2 that day as well. Nafisa had another good game. Griner was okay. And then Lindsay Allen as value was really good. And surprise is that she wasn't more popular. Okay, so New York and Las Vegas first game. This one should be a great game. The two best teams right now in the WNBA. Let's see. Do they have any lines up yet? I'm curious. Okay, I don't see anything up yet for the games tomorrow. But we'll start at the top again. Brianna Stewart, 13K. She had a solid game last game. I mean, she's expensive, but she's going to play mid to high 30s minutes. This game should stay competitive. I have no issue going to spend up for her. It's just a salary thing. Are you comfortable enough value around that? Sabrina, 9K, kind of came back down to earth after the big game 2 games ago. Again, she's up and down. Just look at the last 5 games, 55, 39, 19, 51, and 19 fantasy points. So I would say a nice GBP play. Ceiling's clearly there. It's nice when you can get someone around this price range that has 50-plus fantasy point upside. So I like her ceiling quite a bit. Kind of same with Vandersloot. She has, I would say, a little bit of a higher floor just because of peripheral stats. But every once in a while, you will get that pop-off game where she can go for 40, 50-plus. So the 2 New York guards, I think, are good tournament plays. Jones at 8.1K. I mean, good point per minute player. Went for 40-plus fantasy points last game. Did see 32 minutes as well. Most of the season, she's been hovering around the high teens, low 20s minute range. If she can play, 30 minutes, she's going to be a phenomenal value. And I'm not sure we'll get that type of run again from her. But if we get close to 30 minutes from Jonquel Jones at 8.1K, I think she's going to be one of the better mid-range plays in the slate. Laney 7-7, her minutes have ticked up recently, 36, 34 minutes. I think she's a reasonable value play. Somewhat score independent, but not super expensive. Johannes is 5.3K. Again, you should expect probably 15 to 20 minutes for her. She's reasonable. And then you got Kayla Thornton, 3.6K, probably plays mid-teens minutes. I think she's a fair value play. All right, so let's talk about Las Vegas. The issue with Las Vegas for most of the year is just a matter of, can the opposing team keep it competitive? Well, this game should stay competitive. You got the 2 best teams in the WNBA going up against each other, so should stay competitive. Asia Wilson's 11.9K. Minutes have not been amazing in her this year, but again, a lot of these games have been blowouts. She's about averaging about 30 minutes a game. But if you give her like 35 minutes a game, or 35 minutes like I'm kind of expecting for this game, I think she's standard as one of the better spend ups on the slate. So I think she looks good. She is about $1,000 cheaper again than Brianna Stewart. Then you got the group of Jack Young, Chelsea Gray, Kelsey Plum. I think are all good tournament plays. I wouldn't call any of them must. Again, Jackie Young, relatively score independent, probably the lowest floor. Chelsea Gray, I would say, probably has the highest floor, just because she's going to have the ball in her hands a lot. And then Kelsey Plum, kind of like the secondary playmaker. She's been relatively quiet this year, but still someone that does have an upside. So Young, Gray, Plum, I think are all good tournament plays. I think Candace Parker a little bit too expensive for my liking at 9.1. Probably sees mid-20s minutes. I'll pass. Don't really know if we have to get to the valley here. Stokes and Clark will get some minutes off the bench. 5.4K for Kia Stokes is okay. And then Alicia Clark is 5.2. Both are kind of just like last piece in plays, I guess. All right, Indiana and Phoenix. So you got two bad teams going up against each other. The minutes have been ticking up. Indiana also ran a bit of a tighter rotation last game. So the front court, I think, looks pretty good here with Leah Boston and Alyssa Smith. Boston, again, the rookie, been seeing low 30s minutes. Production's been a little bit up and down on her, but ceiling is there. She's gone for 50 plus now, 2 of the last 6 games. So at 10.5K, I like her ceiling quite a bit. And if she continues to get these type of minutes, I think she's going to be a pretty good option. Also, it's a good matchup. Alyssa Smith, sub 9K, also looks pretty appealing. 35, 34 minutes last couple games. If she continues to play low to mid 30s minutes, I think she's also a pretty good play. And you're getting her at a nice discount off of Leah Boston. Kelsey Mitchell, more of that boomer bust option. The minutes should be there, but relatively score independent. Again, not going to do a lot of the peripheral stats, but when she's really getting her shot going, she can go for mid-30s fancy points. So I think a good tournament play. No one else I feel really confident in. You have this combination of like Erica Wheeler, Wallace, Vivians, Hall, Caldwell, all going to kind of mix in. If you want to take some shots on these guards, you can. Again, the minutes have been kind of all over the place for Wheeler. She starts. Some games she plays sub 20 minutes. Some games, like last game, she'll play over 30 minutes. Christy Wallace has been getting solid run off the bench. She wasn't great last game, but it's only 6.3K. Vivians hasn't been getting a ton of run. Lexi Hall's been starting, been playing like around 20 minutes. She's okay at that price point. So you have a lot of more tournament plays there for the Indiana guards. For Phoenix, so we'll see. We'll keep it on the injury report. That's going to determine what I want to do with Phoenix here. If the same players are still out, then I'm going to have a good amount of interest in some of these spend ups. Brittany Griner, 10.3K. Got off to a really good start. Game turned into a blowout. It's been a little bit quiet of late, but still someone that does provide a ceiling, right? She can go for 50 plus fancy points and not super scared about the matchup. So I like the upside there in Griner. Taurasi's been really bad. Again, I think a hamstring maybe still lingering a little bit, but she did still see 27 minutes last game. So I'm a little bit torn on what I want to do with Taurasi. She was like clearly like the best value last slate, and she had a really, really bad game. Price went up a little bit, but I don't know if it went up enough. But also, again, recent play has been struggling, like she's been struggling. So I still have a good amount of interest in her. It'll be interesting to see where the ownership lands on Taurasi. Sutton actually came off the bench last game. Minutes went down. So if she comes to the bench again, I probably won't go there. Michaela, 7.8K. I think it's just like fine filler play. The ceiling's not really there when she plays alongside Griner. Turner got the surprise start and actually was really good, more for 30 fantasy points, but she did go for 5 steals and 3 blocks. So be a little bit careful. I feel like she'll be kind of like fishy value. Like she'll probably be a bit overowned. If she starts again, though, I think she's fine, but I don't expect that type of performance again. Mariah Jefferson, 4.6. She would benefit if Cunningham's out. So like I said, we'll keep eyeing the news. She would be someone I definitely would have interest in for value. Relatively score independent, but if she sees 25 to 30 minutes at this price point, that would stand out as a pretty good value play. The final game here, Minnesota and Seattle. Once again, two bad teams going up against each other. Last game was a shootout with these two teams. It finished 104 to 93. Nafisa had a really big game, over 50 plus fancy points. 12K, totally reasonable price point. Like I said, two teams that are not going to play a whole lot of defense. So I think she looks good as a spend up. Shepard should still be out. We'll wait for confirmation on that. She's been out with an illness for like 2 weeks, so hopefully she's okay. Diamond Miller came back, and the first game back she started, played 31 minutes. You have Miller at 7-1, McBride at 7-2. And then Lindsay Allen at 5'6". I think factoring in price points for these guards, Lindsay Allen's going to be my favorite. I think she's the most optimal. She's been playing the point guard position, 8, 7, and 9 assists over the last 3 games. So I think she stands out as a really solid value. I think McBride and Diamond Miller are also decent options at their price points. Then you got Dorka at 6K. She started last game, played 29 minutes. I think she's also a pretty good value. So in my opinion, a good amount to like here from the Minnesota value. You get McBride, you got Miller, you got Dorka, you got Lindsay Allen. All look pretty good. Carlton moved back to the bench, only played 10 minutes, and probably can't go there. Not really a ton else I'm interested in. Nicolina went for 13 minutes. Rachel Banham, I think, played 13 minutes as well. So not a ton else there I'm really looking to. I would say mainly the starters. I think if they run that same starting lineup of Lindsay Allen, Diamond Miller, McBride, Dorka, and Nafisa. I think all 5 starters look pretty good. And then finally, Seattle. So Seattle's just one of those teams that they're going to go with the hot hand, really outside of Lloyd and Easy, and usually Ivana. She got a little bit of foul trouble 2 games ago, went back to her normal minutes. I took her over a fantasy score. I think it was at 20 on Prize Pick. She easily cleared that. I think she had it at halftime. Lloyd's 10-8. I really like her upside in tournaments. Let's see. I don't know why this is not loading, but I think she shot like 4 of 18 last game. Still, the minutes were there. So like she's very up and down, but the minutes are there, the usage is there. Just comes down to whether or not she's making her shots, if she's going to go for that ceiling game. Ezzy's at 10.1. I think she's a pretty safe option. Should see mid to high 30s minutes. You're getting her at a little bit of discount off the other studs on the slate that are 12, 13K. Okay, by the stats of Jordan Horston, who's missed the last couple games. If she misses again, she'll get more solidified minutes for Ivana, the rookie. Again, I don't know why this is not loading right now, but Ivana 7-3 would probably be my favorite secondary option here for Seattle. Most of the time, she's going to play around 30 minutes. You got Russell, you got Nurse, you got Holmes. I think are all fine. Holmes, back-to-back games where she's played mid-20s minutes and has played well. So if Horston's out again, I think Holmes would probably be my favorite, I guess, value on Seattle. Yeah, guys, that's going to wrap up the video. So really appreciate all the comments that we got in the last one. There's a lot of support. You guys seem to like the WNBA DFS video. So like I said, if we continue to get support, people are interested in it, I can still make some videos until NBA Summer League starts. And hopefully they add some stuff to the Prize Picks board tonight so I can get a video up for tonight. But it's been a great month for me on Prize Picks. I went, yesterday I went 4-2 on my WNBA plays, but did not hit a slip because 2 of the 3 tacos missing Prize Picks, and then just the pairings. Like every pairing just got really unlucky. So that was a little bit unfortunate. But that'll wrap up the video. Again, if you guys do enjoy, make sure to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I will see you all in the next video.